Hey guys, Dr. Dan here, and what I wanted to do is kind of go over something really quickly. Um, I was actually I had this idea yesterday to share with you guys because I had a client of mine email me and actually Facebook me as well. That's on my Google Love package service. And she asked me, she said, hey, I want to get together with you when I come back from my trip because I want to find out other ways that I could promote myself online so I can even generate more income, more leads, and get more business. So it kind of reminded me how a lot of you guys out there are out there trying to get new clients over and over and over and over again. Now, when I promote myself to a client or to a customer or get a referral, I don't offer to do other services. I give it. I used to offer like multiple service packages and things like that. But what happens is you end up selling too much at once, and then it just ends up being a month to it's like a 6 months to a year project because they're scrambling to get everything together for you, and it's a complicated process for them to get everything to you, and it just feels like you never end with them. So that's why I stopped offering all those services, and now my clients, the only thing I offer them from the beginning is the Google Love package, doing the Google Love service. So, but I do offer, I don't know if you call it an upsell because it's not really an upsell, but I do offer, like other offers of doing other services for them that I've done in the past that I feel comfortable with or, confident doing, or, at times I've out-tasked or outsourced, whatever you want to call it, other services because, as a lot of you guys know, it takes between, depending on who you listen to, it takes between 7 and 12 interactions with a customer or a prospect before they purchase from you. And a lot of you guys are out there making phone calls and cold calls and trying to get new business every single day or every single month or however you're doing it. But it's a lot easier to resell to the current client than it is to go out and find a whole new client for them to trust in you. So you guys are leaving a lot of money on the table if you're not reselling to the same clients. So for instance, my client that's paying me about $200 per month every single month for my Google Love package, she came to me and she's actually bought videos from me and other products as well. So, like I charged her, hey, I'll do 3 videos for you for a certain price. I forgot exact price I offered her. Sometimes I change it up, but she's purchased a lot of different things from me, and so have a lot of my other clients. So, I don't leave that money on the table. So it's kind of like, if you're digging for gold, I've heard this analogy a zillion times different ways, but, if you're digging for gold and you find gold in your backyard, and you, get a little bit of gold, do you move on to the next spot, somewhere else to try and find more, just a little bit more gold, or do you keep digging where you found that gold? Obviously you keep digging where you found that gold. And that's the same thing that you're actually doing with, with these customers and these clients. So, for instance, one of the services that I'm just about to start offering, and it's because I actually got an email from Mario Brown, who's a well-known marketer and an offline marketer, and he's been around for a few years now. And I got the opportunity to meet him in person, and we've had Skype chats, and we hung out when we were at the. It was a Warrior event, networking event, just a few months ago, or actually about a month ago, and we had a couple lunches and dinners and stuff together. Really, really great guy. And he sent me an email saying, "Hey, I'm promoting this thing where." I teach people. I think it's with another guy where I teach people how to set up a Bing play. I don't know what they even call it. So Bing local listings, I guess is what it's called. I don't even know. So it's kind of like Google Places, but it's Bing. So Bing. So it's that search engine. And that's something relatively new because we all know about Google Places and we know how it's been a pain in the butt lately, especially how they keep changing things. Well, Bing is kind of a new kid on the block, and a lot of people aren't really concentrating on that. And from what I seen in his product, it's really cool. It gave me some great insights and some great ideas. So that's going to be one of the services that I offer my clients now. After they sign up for my Google Love package, they always come back to me, like I said, and they say, "Hey, what else can you do?" So that's what I'm going to offer now is, "Hey, I'll do this and this and this." Or, hey, I can do this. I can set you up with a Bing profile or Bling, a Bing local listing, and then I can charge them, whatever I decide to charge them. I'll probably start out with my first couple clients just doing a $200 one-time charge, and then maybe I'll move up and do a 500 or above that. Or if you really want to get crafty with this, you can actually just charge them, hey, I'll charge you $200 setup fee, and then I'm going to charge you $100 per month to maintain it, because it is going to need some maintenance as far as like building citations and things like that. And again, I haven't really tested it out myself too much, so I can't really go through how to do everything. But that's what that package is for, and that's what Mario actually put out. And I'll actually have a link to it below this video, so you can check it out and take a look at it for yourself, so you can try it out. And another thing that you can use this for is, you guys have all heard me talk about, the honey approach, giving freebies out, things like that, getting your foot in the door. So I used to do that with Google Places when it was a heck of a lot easier to set up. Now I do it with videos. I'll say, hey, how about I'll create you a free video. I'm doing this as a promotion, or I'm doing this just to kind of give back to the community, something like that. So another thing you could do now is say, hey, I'll set up a Bing. I'm going to set up a Bing local listing for you for free. So, because from what I understand, they're pretty simple to set up. I haven't timed myself to see how long it would take to do one, but you can do them relatively quick. It doesn't take that long to set up, and that can be your foot in the door. You can say, hey, you know what, as a special promotion to, to get to know my community. What I'm doing is I'm offering, and again, this is a new client, so not a current client. But, or you can obviously offer this as your current clients as well as, hey, if you refer me, 5, business people or business owners that that might be interested in my services, I'm going to go ahead and set you up with this $1,000, product service, where I'll set you up a local listing on one of the most popular search engines, Bing. And that can be a freebie if you give me 5 referrals. And so that's one way. Or another way is, going into local businesses or contacting them and saying, hey, I'm off, or even emailing and then contacting them and saying, hey, I sent you a promotional email, and, here's what I'm offering. I'm offering for the first, 3 or 5, the first 5 local businesses that take me up on this. I'm going to go ahead and set this up for free. No catches, nothing like that. No strings attached. And then after you set that up for them, they're more than likely going to be so happy that you set it up for them. Then they're going to say, what else do you offer? What other services? And that's when you can actually show them or share with them the Google Love package. And now you have a monthly client for life because you gave them away something for free. Now, is that going to work every single time? No, not necessarily. But I haven't actually checked my own statistics, but I would venture to say that at least 60 to 70% of the time, I ended up getting a client out of it. I would probably even say more. I'd say like 80% of the time. But your results are going to vary depending on your personality, how you talk to them, who you target. So for me, I kind of approach them more like I'm a friend and I'm helping them out. So, and I end up making friends with pretty much everybody. I even have people that aren't even my clients that I met at a business, and I walked in not to sell them on something, but to take a look at their store and generally, help them out. As a matter of fact, I just bought a MacBook Air 11-inch, and I'm loving this thing. This thing is just freaking awesome. It's a beautiful machine. And so I spent a couple hours searching the web looking for sleeves and bags and things that I can, haul around this little netbook. I don't even know if it's called a netbook, but this little MacBook Air, because it's so damn small, it just seems like a shame to put in a big ass bag. So I was looking online, and I found this local store here in San Francisco that makes these custom, eco-friendly bags, and they make custom bags and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm actually going to go into their shop, and they have their own little marketing director and stuff in there. So I'm going to actually go into their shop and have them make me a custom bag and a custom sleeve for my, for my MacBook Air. And my plan is I'm just going to go in there and purchase something from them. And then I'm going to sit down and talk to them about, hey, just to let you guys know, I spent 2 hours on the web searching for MacBook Air sleeves and bags, and in that 2 hours I finally found you guys, and you guys should have came up first. I don't know why you guys, or I do know why you guys didn't. Here's some tips that I would use for yourself, and I know for a fact from that something like that is going to come back with a, hey, can you help us with that, or hey, can we do some one-on-one consulting or something like that. So my intent is not to come in and make money right off the bat, but to generally help them, and then from that I'm going to get a client. If not, if even if I don't get them as a client, you know what? I just made a lifelong friend, you know, and from that, you know, because I purchased from them and I'm not trying to sell them something, they're going to be more than happy. And this has happened so many times where they say, you know, hey doc, you know, I've got, you know, this other business, my friend's launching this other business, or they're promoting this or that, and I would love for you to meet with them, or could you offer them some kind of service? And so you become not just another business, but trying to sell them something, but you become a friend of theirs. And even if they don't do business with you, they're going to recommend business to you. So I, you know, hope that helps you guys out, and you guys get some ideas from that you can actually utilize and take action on. And all right, guys, hope that helped. Remember to be a rock star in your business and in your life. Thanks.